Hello everybody in YouTube land and welcome to the next episode of Betrayal at the Mountains of Madness. At the end of the last episode I said I was going to read the story here, so that's what it's time for. So we're going on to scenario 7, but we have an interlude. Interlude 7. Part 1. To the Dark Tower. As you exit at the base of the Citadel, the battle between the alien forces has completely cessated. On a nearby flat area, you find a large plane with engines idling. Danforth must have used this to reach you. The paint on the plane has been scoured by Antarctic winds, but the signage of the Stark Weather Moor expedition is still visible, along with the plane's name, the Weddell. Your group climbs aboard, and with minimal delay, you head up into the kaleidoscopic sky. This is your first time seeing the city from the air, and as it stretches beneath and behind you, it looks serene and unchanging, despite the battle that raged across it only recently. Looking east, you see the so-called Mountains of Madness, whose dark, barren peaks climb as high as 30,000 feet into the air by Dyer's reckoning. Suddenly, another one of the strange quakes or convulsions hits the city. High up in the air, you do not feel the ground move, but you can clearly see the visual distortion. It's like a wave rolling in from the west and spreading out across the city. Wherever it reaches, everything changes. Hello all, made to the live stream for the first time. I was literally just asking for your streaming schedule over at Discord chat. Oh, that's sick. So, for reference, if no one's answered you, I stream Mondays and Fridays for Arkham Horror, the card game. But welcome! Where there was ruin and a thick glacial layer, now the city lies intact. Spiraling domes rising even higher into the sky and thick jungle winding its way around and between the buildings. As quickly as it came, the vision fades, and you are once more looking out across a vast, frozen ruin. Looking towards the west, from where the strange effect emanated, there is nothing but a prismatic haze and an almost featureless, blasted plateau. A barely visible riverbed leaves the city to the west, recalling its significance in certain murals. You follow its course. After half an hour or so, you dimly see the tips of mountains appearing beyond the horizon. As they rise into view, it quickly becomes apparent that they dwarf even the mountains behind you. Dyer has his face pressed eagerly against the foggy windscreen. The fierce, craggy mountains behind seem like mere foothills to these titans, and their shape and position has a curious regularity to it. A sawtooth line of savage, black triangles. As you come even closer, you make out a huge, strange shape directly ahead of you. The mountain range is not an even line. It recedes slightly into semicircle indentation, and nestled into that recess is a tremendous storm, a thick tornado which rises amongst the mountain peaks before gradually dissipating into the thin air. It is entirely fixed in place and completely regular and symmetrical in shape, speaking to a profoundly unnatural origin. Trustmillion, thank you for using your Twitch Prime on us. 11 months at the Golden Table. By the way, if you are watching and you have not used your Twitch Prime on anybody, consider throwing it to our channel. We would love to have it. Near the base of the storm is a tiny but extreme bright bluish light. You descend towards it and can soon make out the shape of a tower, squat and brutal, some 400 feet high, with the light emanating from the very tip. There is nowhere near the tower to land, and the ground as far as you can see is torn into rippled patterns radiating from the storm. The old riverbed runs nearby, though, and you head towards it to land a couple miles away. From the ground, the tower sits within a snow-filled valley, and the huge tornado soars into the sky beyond it, with the formidable mountain range climbing even higher still. Descending into the valley, you cross the long distance to the tower. It is made of the same black stone as the city, but polished and seemingly intact despite the long aeons. Near the base is a huge opening, but to your surprise, it is blocked by a clearly recent addition. Painted metal fills the gap, and a large but clearly human industrial door blocks your entrance. Even more incongruously, at the center of the door is a large brass door knocker. Unsure of what else to do, you knock on the door. In your campaign log, record that you found your way to the Dark Tower before the Black Pit. Say no more. Actually, I'm going to need to read that again. Found way to Dark Tower before Black Pit. We've done it. We're the best. All right. Let's keep the reading going. Part 2. A civilized welcome. For a moment, there is no answer. You weren't sure what you expected when you knocked on the door of this strange tower at the very end of the earth. Oh, is this like Loki? You step back to search for another entrance when suddenly there is a shearing sound of metal scraping against stone and the door begins to open. You ready yourselves for a fight. The man who opens the door is a tall, serious-looking fellow with a neatly trimmed beard and horn-rimmed glasses. Dyer gasps. More. It is you. What are... Professor Dyer, thank goodness you've come, replies the man. Evidently Professor Moore of the Starkweather Moore expedition. Have you brought survivors from Boston with you? Good. Excellent. We still have a chance then. Come in, come in. You must be freezing, not to mention short of breath. Is Danforth with you? No. Regrettable. He steps back, allowing your entire entourage to troop inside. The tower is warm and the air somehow thick with oxygen. You greedily gulp in lungfuls of the stuff, only now realizing how faint you were feeling from the thin air of the plateau. Moore leads you up a long, dark ramp. The weathered, patterned stone reminds you of the tunnels in and around the alien train system, and into a wide, open hall filled with the now familiar murals. A few items of human furniture, tattered couches, end tables, small bookshelves, and the like are nestled between cyclopean, alien pillars. Some of the academics sink wearily into the available seating while others excitedly study the room. One mural dominates the wall, a crude, late work that depicts what appears to be nothing less than a ritual human sacrifice. Human, or perhaps humanoid heads, are being offered up to the city builders to some tall, many-headed deity. The depiction is quite unsettling and very unlike the otherwise irreligious aliens. I'd offer you all a glass of brandy, says Moore, but I'm not sure I have enough for everyone. It costs a tremendous amount to bring it in from Cape Town, and our resources are stretched as it is. Professor Dyer, you were leading this expedition, I assume. If everyone else could just wait here for a moment, I have something I must discuss with him. Moore takes Dyer gently by the arm and leads him towards one of the gloomy archways. Dyer beckons for you to follow. What in the God's name is happening here, Moore? You're alive? What have you been doing here? Lake woke them up, replies Moore. And thank the Lord he did. They arrived just in time. The consequences otherwise would have been dire. Beyond the doorway, a spiraling ramp leads up to another level. The chamber is five-sided with more archways leading away. Above you, the ramp climbs higher and a tangled mess of pale, fleshy roots follows it upwards. I love me some fleshy roots. As you watch them, the roots slowly pulse and writhe as if breathing. I love them even more. Welcome to the Star Chamber, says Moore, gesturing around. A little joke on my part, but a fitting one. King Charles's Star Chamber meted out justice from a secret court, and here we are forced to do the same. A man in a plain suit emerges from one of the side rooms. Moore nods with him, and the two quickly converse in what you think is Afrikaans. The other departs, and Moore leads you further up the ramp. We have made useful contacts in the Union of South Africa. The government there is not entirely aware of the nature of my associates, but they are very interested in the technology we have to offer, and we have found them ideologically compatible. Your associates, Moore, you didn't. They're called the Quarrel. That is to say, the name given to them in the Noctic manuscripts. Hey! The Codic manuscripts. Their name for themselves is a sort of whistle I haven't been able to emulate. They're everything you thought. They're everything you thought. Intelligence, industrious, civilized, but so much more. At the top of the ramp, you emerge into a chamber so high that it fades into mist high above you. Further ramps ascend still further, but around and around them grows a thick jungle of vines, interlaced with a crystalline lattice of dizzying complexity. It's a computing machine, William, like a differential analyzer, but impossibly complex. It maintains the black pit, you see, to stop. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry, but we don't have much time. He glances quickly at his wristwatch. They imprison it accidentally, you see, something much too powerful, much too large for the prison. It can't get out, William. It will destroy the Earth, just annihilate it in moments. Nothing can stop it. Not my associates, certainly not humanity. Our only hope is to keep it trapped, don't you see? At all their resources, their whole civilization, they put it to keeping the prisoner trapped. They struggled with it for millions of years, William. Their civilization fell, but they kept it trapped. The plateau itself, you see, it was all part of the machine. A jungle grew for hundreds of miles, a biological network, a living nervous system, supplementing the crystal matrix in the tower. Then the cold came and the jungle froze and the city was abandoned, but they still kept it trapped. You reach a wide platform, a sort of landing amongst the jungle, and more leads you along a precarious walkway to the west. Shattered crystals crunch underfoot, and it quickly grows colder. Up ahead, you see that the western side of the tower is broken open, and the howling winds of the storm reach inside. The jungle recedes, and huge swaths of the crystal lattice near the breach are simply gone. The tower was damaged, and the machine weakened. Without the jungle, they had to find other materials. They made ... sacrifices. Pilgrimage from the deep into the warm sea to this tower to maintain and repair it. Then, sometime in the 1830s, an explorer named Arthur Gordon Pym somehow made it here, to the tower. He damaged the vents, the heat. They take heat away to keep it trapped, to keep it frozen. He damaged the vents and the prisoner began to escape. But your lakes things, they found the tower, they repaired it just in time. They kept it operational, but it's been weakened. We have to keep it operational. They weren't kidding, this interlude is long. Yeah, we haven't even got to part 3 yet. It's a trilogy. Looking out through the gaping hole in the tower, you see the western end of the snow valley stretching towards the storm. Odd, triangular dark patches are evenly distributed across the area, and it takes you a moment to realize that the snow is melting. Even now, the prison is breaking down. We've been doing all we can, but the materials are so hard to locate. I advise you not look into the storm itself. Oh, is this like Chernobyl? I love that shot in HBO when he's forced to look down into the reactor. Man, if you haven't watched Chernobyl on HBO, you need to watch Chernobyl on HBO. Instinctively, you look up, and just for a moment, a crack forms in the wall of the tornado. Inside, all is black. In your campaign log, record that you looked into the black pit and beheld its prisoner. I would have liked a choice, but that's okay. Looked into black pit and saw the prisoner. What must be done? Is this one long? It's shorter than the other one. Okay. Your mind's eye spins beyond all time and all of space. You see the primordial ocean. You see the nuclear chaos. You see the mist and the darkness at the start of everything. Then you feel the cold, the stillness, the cessation of all existence for uncountable cycles, and you feel the unending, unquenchable need to escape, to be free. Then you see the future, the prisoner freed. All of Earth, all of space, all of our reality crumbles to dust in an instant under its entropic presence. You know for sure that it should be freed. This will come to pass. But this is not the first threat to all of the time and space you have faced. Wrenching yourself free of the vision, you turn on more and tell him as such. You do not understand, replies more sadly. What you have seen, the beings you have faced in the past, they were shadows. Mere vestiges, avatars of things that lie beyond the limits of what is possible in our realm. This prisoner is here. All of it is here in one place, subject to the set of physics that impose no more limitation upon it than a sieve imposes upon a limerick. Maybe I said that word wrong. You think you can defeat it with shotguns and dynamite? An entire civilization of our betters could do nothing but hold it in place. Come, I have one final thing to show you. It's a big-ass fucking laser gun. He turns and heads back east along the walkway. The air grows warmer as you move back into the jungle. You cross the open platform and continue east, the walkway winding to and fro amongst the thicker trunks. I never tried to contact you, William. I wasn't sure how you'd react. I know you were opposed to our expedition. Now you're here, though, and now you've seen what is at stake. I need your help. I need all of your help. At the end of the walkway, a semicircle platform fills the eastern side of the chamber. The gnarled and twisted coils of the thick jungle vines twist across it before rising and disappearing into the mist above you. In the middle of the platform, entwined with and framed by the pulsating vegetation, is a grotesque sight. A corpulent pillar of flesh, covered in dozens, hundreds of the same awful thing. It is a column of human heads. Good. The heads vary in age quite substantially. I'm getting some Eternal Darkness vibes here. I'm digging it. Most are just skulls, some with scraps of flesh still clinging to them. Some are much more recent, though, skin and hair still intact, and you notice that they are not just intact, but alive. Unfocused eyes twitch, and mouths murmur incoherently. Thick rolls of some slime ooze down from above, coating the whole affair in a shiny protective layer. One of the alien creatures occupies the platform, and from its height you recognize it as one of the atavistic survivors, a being 40 million years out of time. It lifts a large round bowl reverently up towards the pillar. You cannot see the contents from below, but suddenly part of the pillar detaches and extends downwards. The Shoggoth reaches into the bowl, plucks the fresh head, nervous filaments trailing from it like fronds of some sea ray, and carefully fixes it in place, weaving the nerves into the pillar. As the Shoggoth withdraws, the new head's eyes flick open, and it adds its voice to the pillar's chorus. A sound draws your attention to Dwyer, who is heaving his penguin supper over the edge of the platform. "What have you done?" "Yeah, that sounds about right," he asks, wiping his mouth on his sleeve. What we had to do, William replies Moore. "You had to build the Tower of Heads?" "You really had to build the Tower of Heads? Are you kidding me?" "I was worried as you were at first. They took James. They took my friend to the pillar. We cut the head free, damaged the machine, and almost freed the prisoner. Others had to die to atone for that mistake. Eventually, we learned how to communicate with the Krell and work together. They can't fully repair it. They don't have the tools or the industrial base. They found their surviving descendants deep under the sea, and they've been trying to teach them, trying to gain what was lost. They can't grow new crystal, and they can't grow new jungle in this climate. They need biological materials, brains, William, nervous systems, and as sophisticated as possible to keep the prison intact." "No." A shudder runs through the tower then. You recognize it as one of the strange earthquakes, but it is much stronger here. You stumble to your feet and almost slip from the walkway. Moore, clinging to a vine, checks his watch again. They're coming faster now. Please. The prisoner is breaking free. When you interrupted the shipment in Boston, we were left with insufficient material for repairs. The crash you caused in the vent system has made travel difficult. Your friends downstairs. We need their brains. Please, you must help us. In your campaign log, record that Moore asked you to help repair the tower. All right, so you want to take Kate Winthrop's brain and put it on the tower of flesh? Am I the only one who sees how absolutely fricked that is, Professor William? Or Moore? Repair tower. Okay. Moore's question hangs in the air. Is this really the only way? Even if it is, can you go through with what needs to be done? Before you can answer, the sound of Dyer chambering his rifle draws your attention. You're insane, Moore. We didn't come all this way just to murder our colleagues. The alien on the platform launches itself up into the air and Moore dives awkwardly for cover as Dyer opens fire. Jenny Barnes and Noble, how's it going? All right. We are in the scenario. Who's this guy? Miskatonic, Star Chamber, Miskatonic. Oh, there it is. Wall of Skulls. Look at that. Just as they said. All right. So, additional setup, paper and tabletop. Setup instructions. Click place on the scenario container. Each investigator begins play at the Wall of Skulls. Say no more. It's huge. It's huge. Okay, and then we go to additional setup. Find the agents of the Star Chamber encounter set. For each player in the game, fewer than 4, remove 1 copy of the Star Chamber Constable for the game. For example, if there's only 1 player, remove 3. Add the cards you did not remove to the deck. Star Chamber Constable. Yeah, okay, so we removed 2 of them. And then these guys are added. That's a small encounter deck, holy cow. Check your campaign log. For each of Bosch, Durr, and Botticelli, if that enemy is deceased, remove it from the game. Otherwise, add it to the encounter deck. So Bosch and Botticelli are dead. Sorry, guys. But we add Durr, yuck, to the encounter deck. Shuffle the encounter deck. Sort the Miskatonic offerings as follows. Alright, find the 28 card Miskatonic offerings encounter set. Done. Any player with an ally story asset card in their deck, which is listed under survivors in the campaign log, immediately removes it from the deck. Alright, so I imagine that we have Kate Winthrop in here. They don't have names. There she is. Okay, cool. So we can just remove these guys from our decks. Okay. Find each Miskatonic Offerings card that shares a name with any of the cards you just removed. Spawn each according to its spawn keyword. Oh, no, sorry. That might be... Norman Withers. What the frick? They're all trying to kill me? So we have to grab you and then Rita. Alright, so she spawns in storage, which of course is where all the boxes are. And then she spawns in the Star Chamber, which of course is probably right here. Of course! Of course. For the remainder of the campaign, okay. Yeah, so this is because I'm not currently I'm in my screen capture mode, not because we're not in the official way yet. Do not worry, it'll fix itself soon. It is not a you problem, it is a me problem. Find each Miskatonic Offerings card whose name is listed under the missing in the campaign log. So we need Ezra Graves, Wingate Peasley, Dr. Lang, Amanda, and Captain Roth. But I imagine we're going to have just... Ooh, this is going to take me forever. Oh my god. Ezra Graves. He's this guy. Wingate Peasley. That's not an actual human. Just so everybody knows. Dr. Lang, I think, is a German. So I don't think we have a Dr. Lang in here. Sick. So then we get Amanda Sharp. And then everyone else is German. Add these cards to the missing Miskatonic Offerings and shuffle them together. Okay. Attach the remaining... Add one random card from this deck... What? Okay. To the Dissectory. Okay. And then... Attach the remaining skull to the Wall of Skulls. Okay. Frick the Academics deck. Am I... Oh, no, I see what I'm doing. I'm just being dumb. This actually doesn't get shuffled here. These guys get put here. Okay. Attach remaining cards from this deck to the Wall of Skull location face down. Okay. Find each of the Miskatonic Offerings whose name is under Survivors and shuffle them to form the Academics deck. Remove each other from the game. Okay, I can do this. I get it. I get it now. Survivors. Alejandro. Mikolas. I swear, I saw you. There you are. Arabella, that's you. Laban. That's you. Peter. But not my Peter. Another Peter. Daisy. I know Daisy. I can just find her. Harvey. I know Harvey. Kate. She's already gone. Curtis. Henry Armitage. And William Dyer. Nah, he is not one of them. Okay. Wendy Adams. Whoa, she grew up. What the frick? She's so old now. Alright, so then these guys are removed from the game. Shuffle these cards together to form the Academics deck. Okay. I think we are now in the clear. I think we are now in the clear and we can actually start doing more reading. Okay. Is that really it, huh? 6, this is a tiny encounter deck. Alright. After you're defeated, you're killed. Oh my god! Attach your investigator card face down to the dissectory. After a human or enemy is defeated or an ally is abducted, attach that card face down to the dissectory. When you place one Doom on this agenda, if there's at least player face-down cards attached to the dissectory, do not place Doom. Instead, take one random face-down card from the dissectory and attach them to the Wall of Skulls. The two professors seem well beyond reason. From below, you hear shouting voices. The other academics have started to explore the tower. You are losing control of the situation. When you draw an encounter card, investigators as a group spend 2 clues. Instead of drawing an encounter card, draw the top card of the academics deck. After a card is attached to the dissectory, we immediately advance. Alright, I imagine that doesn't trigger off of this bit right here. Okay. Okay, so we have a little war happening. We have William Dyer. He's aloof, he's hunter, he's a rival. We have Caravaggio. Hunter Abductor, rival, uses player images. I heard you said there was a kidnapper in Innsmouth scenario 2 is always Athera Gilman. We had a choice of 3 and heeding your wisdom chose Athera and the kidnapper was Athera. See, I told you. You can never trust a painter. I'll tell you that much right now. Alright, so this guy has 5 attack. So this guy is engaged with us right now? Let me look at rival. Well, an enemy with a rival keyword is at a location with one of its unengaged adversaries. It has aloof. No, he's going to have aloof here. Miskatonic. This guy. This guy. This guy. This guy. This guy. This guy. My Twitch got hacked, so I'm reduced to this baby account that's totally Astute Dunsparce, I promise. I don't know, it's the username says not Astute Dunsparce, so I'm a bit confused. Alright, we're 27 minutes in and we can finally start playing, but I still have to read the rival rule. Okay. Aloof Hunter Rival Star Chamber. So that means he is fighting him. This guy's fighting him. This guy's fighting him. And they're fighting him. And then these guys, they're going to try to kill William Dyer. But William Dyer also is going to try to kill me if I ever engage him. Alright. Let's just do this. We get to look at the top 3 tarot cards, and I get to choose one of them to play. We have the Sun. We take 2 additional actions during our first turn. This guy gets +1 sanity. During the first book test, this investigator performs, they get +1 book. I don't understand what my objective is here. I truly do not understand what I am supposed to be doing. I think we have to kill William Moore. He's a humanoid, so he's going to go to the dissectory. So I think we have to kill him. Realistically, +1 book each turn is probably the plan. Okay. Let's resolve our opening mulligans, because it's finally time to play. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Alright, so we're in this awkward moment right now where we have a shitty weapon. So we're going to dig for a weapon. We're going to keep this Vicious Blow, though, because it can help us kill this guy on the first turn. Alright, no weapon. But hopefully we can get there. Hopefully we can get there. Now over here, we're going to burn a Jacob. We're going to burn this. I'm even going to burn the Deduction. We don't need this. I do want to play that. So we're going to draw up. Okay. Alrighty then. Well, let's see what this is. Hey, it's garbage. There are no clues on the Tower of Heads. There are no clues on the Tower of Heads. Okay. Well, we want to go first. So we're going to play Jacob. We might as well. We're going to engage Professor William Moore, and we're going to attack him with Duke. We're going to commit this vicious blow here. No, this is the big one. I mean, we do want to kill him. Joe could just fight him, though. Yeah. No, we're just going to go, because we can save this big vicious blow for this guy, because we need to deal with him. So we're going to attack this guy. We're going to bite him with Duke. We have 4 to 2. 4 to 2. Sweet. He'll take 2 damage. All right. Now over here, Joe, we're going to draw a card. Okay. We're going to draw a card. Okay. And then we're going to punch this guy at 4 to 2. Incredible. He is defeated. So, when after a humanoid enemy is defeated or an ally is abducted, we attach that card face down to the dissectory. After a card is attached to the dissectory, we immediately advance. Okay. Spawn at the Heritage Hall. It's this guy. 3/3/2. Hunter, Rival, Star Chamber, Swarming, Player -1. No, a gun. Use the set aside Agents of Ahanabra to counter set as face down swarm enemies for this rather than player cards. All right, we'll shuffle that back in. Okay. Do you have the will to do what must be done? When you draw an encounter card, investigators as a group spend 2 clues. Instead of drawing an encounter card, draw the top card of the academics deck. Objective when the round ends, if there are 6 player or more total face-down cards attached to the dissectory and wall of skulls, immediately advance. When the scenario ends, the more cards that are attached, the stronger the prison will be. Okay. Okay. So now we go into enemy phase. This guy has Hunter, and he's looking for Star Chamber. And he's also looking for us. So we can move, he's going to move up here and there. Okay. And now these guys attack. So this guy prevents some of the damage with that. And then he takes 2 damage. We go to upkeep. Alright. I've not tried it, but it does sound like it would be very strong. Sorry. When you place 1 Doom on this agenda, if there is at least... Okay. When you place Doom on this agenda, if there's at least 2 player face-down cards attached to the dissectory, do not place 1 Doom. Instead, take one player... So these just get moved up here. Convery, thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome to the Golden Table. It's a pleasure to have you. We dig it. Thank you so much for your support. When you place one Doom on this agenda, if there's at least one player face down cards, do not place one Doom. It says take player random face down cards from the dissectory and attach them to the wall of skulls. Okay. I'm just... Love your videos. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the kind words and then also for the follow. So I'm kind of just confused what I'm supposed to do here. I'm supposed to kill everyone? I thought we weren't doing that. Anyways, let's draw some evil cards, shall we? Test Brain 3. So we're going to go 4 to 3, and I think what we actually really want is we want to pass this. So we're going to commit this to this one, so we're going to go 8 to 3. Are you an abomination? Nah. Sweet. So we're going to put this in the victory display with an Eye of Truth on it. There's the other one. All right, we're testing 2 to 3 here. -1. We're going to have him be lucky. That investigator draws a card. Oh, that's a good draw. Can we kill this guy this turn? This is the question. This is the question of the day. Can we kill this guy this turn? He only has 4 health. That is a very doable chunk. The only problem is our number's not great. But the Germans will kill them. So maybe we just let them fight it out and we just try to get the heck out of here. So I'm going to move in here with Ashcan Pete. 2 clues. Okay. Shroud of 3. So we're going to use Duke here, so we're going to go 5 to 3 on this investigate. Sweet. We'll grab a clue. I'm then going to discard. I'm going to discard the deny existence here to ready Duke, and then we're going to move into this location. I started trying to play every investigator this year, so I thought I'd help you out for some deck lists, some skids and low lists, since I know you enjoy them so much. If you're not part of our Discord, you should join our Discord so you can put them there, because I'm more likely to actually remember to check them out there. Whoop. All right, there are 2 clues at this location. And we're investigating at 4 to 4. So I'm going to commit this resourceful to go 5 to 4. That is not what I expected to have happen, but I ain't gonna complain. Give me back that lucky. All right, Joe's going to move in here. He's going to work a hunch to grab this clue. Then he's going to move into this location, and he is going to prepare himself for the worst. Give me that machete. Okay. Enemy phase. This goes off. And Dyer goes to the dissectory. Okay. Upkeep. Hey, that's nice. I can probably burn you. Okay. All right, so 1 Doom. However, we do get to draw. I'll spend 2 of my clues To draw the top card of the act. Actually, sorry. Ashcan Pete can draw his card. He is much better at the Mythos phase than Joe is. If your collection has no clue, this card gains Surge. Otherwise, attach this card to your location. When you would discover this location, even if there are no clues on it, discover one fewer clue and discard this card. Okay. And then Joe is going to instead draw the top card of the Academics deck. Daisy Walker spawns in the Heritage Hall. Aloof. Discard cards from your hand, which has any of at least 2 icons, a tome trait, or depicts a book in the art, parlay, and defeat her. I don't see any books in this. There could be a book behind that door. All right. Our turn. Let's see what the hunch is. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Well, we want to stay in this location this turn, probably. Like, are we supposed to kill these guys? Like, I'm confused. Are we supposed to kill them? Okay. Well, we are going to play the machete for action number 1. We're going to fast and give Ashcan Pete 3 cards. Beautiful. Normally, you don't like to play these unless you have Soak, but we're just going to run with it. We're just going to run with it. I am going to stand together, get some resources out here. And then we're going to investigate at 5 to 4. I'm going to spend 2. Actually, no, I'm going to spend 3. We're going to go up to 8. 8 to 4. So we only needed to spend 1. Only needed to spend 1. All right. The dog's going to investigate. We have 5 to 4 because of our tarot card. -2. If you control an ally asset, you must choose. The skill test automatically fails. Replace 1 damage or horror on an ally as you control. If this defeats the asset's abducted. Okay. So, we do need to use Jacob here. And we're going to put this on him. But we do grab the clue. We're then going to ready him. We're going to play the Precious Memento. And then I think we're going to draw a card. Hey. Alright, enemy phase. This guy's rival is Star Chamber, so we actually can move him into this location. And then these guys can fight. So this guy's going to take 2 damage. And then this guy takes 2 damage. Awesome. Then we go to upkeep. I'm never upset to see these. Okay, so we're at 3. And then we draw a Mythos card because we need to have more people here. Jacob, no! All right, we're going to spend 2 of our clues so Joe doesn't draw a card. And instead we draw the top card of this deck. Force. When you enter this enemy's location, move this enemy to the connecting location with the fewest investigators. Okay. So we have to try. I'm just confused. Like, I thought, like, earlier on we were told we have to save these guys. Like, do I have to kill them now? Or do we just kind of, like, wait it out and just assume and hope that we're going to get Germans? Even though, like, the only Germans we can get are through Herr Schmidt right now. Because I don't think these go on here. Maybe it does, though, because it is a humanoid enemy. Let's look at Swarm. No, there's no Swarm rules. Let's quickly look it up. I'm very confused about this scenario. Each Storm card acts has the same values and text. I'm going to assume it does go there. I'm going to assume that's why it's laid out like this. Okay. Well, what do we do for our turn? Well, Joe's going to go first, and he's going to try to break through this thing. So Joe has 5 to 3. Whoa. So this is gone. Then Joe's going to move into here. A bunch of player clues, that's nice. When you engage this enemy, test foot 5, you fail, take 1 damage and disengage from this enemy, and this enemy moves the location furthest from all investigators. Okay. So that was, we did that, we moved twice. Easy. Ashcan's going to move here. We're going to move in with Duke. And we're going to investigate at 5 to 3. Let's throw a deduction on this, goes 6 to 3. Total doom in play, which is 2. So we will grab 2 clues. I'm going to discard this Glimmer of Hope to ready Duke, and let's do it again. Yeah, so we'll just go 4 to 3 this time. Not what I expected. Alright, that would be my turn, though. Sorry, at the end of the round, at the end of the phase. Shuffle it. So not using that Burning the Midnight Oil is nice because it gets our the experience card back in here. So this guy's going to take 2 damage, so he's going to die. However, this guy will, 1 damage is going to carry over, and we put that there. I'm not 100% if that's the way it's supposed to be played, but that's how I kind of look at how it's supposed to be played because of this. Okay. Upkeep. Yeah, I want to get those out. Alright, when Doom would be placed, do not place Doom. Instead, take players and attach them over here. So we're now halfway through this, but we're like out of enemies that we can easily put there. So we have to start like, I don't want to kill these guys. I don't want to kill them. Like I was told earlier I needed to save them. Why am I going to kill them now? Right? I'm going to kill you. Okay. Well, Ashcan's going to draw the card because he is much better for this. Hey. I hate you. I have to attack this enemy with a basic fight action, melee, or creature card, take 1 damage. Limit once per round. The limit once per round makes it a little bit less nightmarish. We're going to spend 2 of our clues. To draw this instead. Hunter, rival. When this enemy enters play, seal each squid token here. So this guy's going to attack. I don't understand the flavor of this scenario. Like, this guy's now going to try to kill me? Like, these guys are all aloof. This guy's actively fighting. And he'll even try to kill me. Okay. Well. Let's see what this is. Hey, Burning the Midnight Oil's back, baby. Why is Daisy Walker evil now? Yeah, no doubt. I mean, she is very pleased by a book. You show her a book and she's like, oh man, I love books. And then she just is like, sure, let's go to, send me to the Skull Chamber. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go to the Skull Chamber. Like, I'm just very confused. Yeah, depicts a book in his art. I love that. That is funny. All right, well, Duke's going to try to bite this guy. We are going to take a damage, but we are going to put it on our precious memento. So we have 4 to 1. We're going to Vicious Blow this one, I think. So we have 6 to 1. Oh, ready, Duke. So we're going to take a damage, but we succeed by a bunch. So then this guy takes 2 damage from Duke. And then we succeeded by a bunch here, so he takes 3 more damage. So he goes up to 5. I think we're actually going to try to just punch this guy with Ashcan Pete at 3 to 1. Nice. I will take... Well, this was a bad... I thought my lucky's here. I thought I had another one. That's okay, though. We just got to... we just accept it. We made a mistake, and we're going to grab this Glimmer of Hope back. That was suboptimal, but this thing's dead now. And then we can use Duke for an Investigate here at 5 to 3. 2 more from Vicious Blow. Oh, so he's at 4. Okay, yeah. No, I made a mistake. Thank you. So then we would have to use Duke for that. So we'll just, I would have done Duke. And then now I have to discard a card to ready Duke. This is Deduction Gate all over again, no doubt. Then we're going to Investigate here at 5 to 3. Give me the lucky, I think. Nice, that's a good draw. We'll play that. Okay. We're gonna stand together. We're gonna play a knife. Excludes mine, by the way. Then we're gonna move into this location. All right, these MFers move over here. 0 upkeep. That is so good in this scenario. Holy crap. That is gigantic here. Oh my god. Anyway, this advances. The whole tower shakes as the unearthly forces outside begin to tear apart the material world. If more is not done to shore up the machine, the prisoner is going to escape. Add a cultist token to the bag for the remainder of the campaign. Good, now we have 5 of them, and they just take 1 horror. Forced after defeated or killed. I do not like this scenario. I just feel like it's trying to get me to do something I don't want to do. Which makes sense, I guess, flavorfully, but, like, I'm not enjoying it. Ashcan. I would rather if you didn't. Durr, I'm just going to be completely honest. I would rather if you didn't. MFR is aloof. Like, I don't understand why this guy's hunting me. Didn't this also have another custom campaign? I recall one with 1,000,000 cultists -4. Oh, probably. If there's one thing custom campaigns love, it's just overloading the chaos bag. They love it. Alright, well, this guy's going to kill Rita, probably. And there's nothing we can do about that. We are going to try to evade him. We're evading him at 3-1. -0 does happen to be pretty sick. So this guy will be evaded. We're going to play the Nous Papier. Oh, I didn't use this. I should have used that. I mean, that's okay. I'm going to duke into this location. This gives the location resolve treacheries if they were at a location with the abomination enemy. Choose an ally as you control that asset is defeated. Man, that is so funny. We're going to investigate with a deduction here. Might as well use this. So we have... Actually, I think we want to actually go to this location. We actually are moving here instead. I'm going to do the same thing, though. I'm still just investigating. I know I saw that location, but I am following the better line after realizing it. So we're still going to investigate here. We have 4-5. Don't dissect Duke. Don't worry, I won't. Did I commit this deduction here? I'm not crazy, right? I just committed this? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. So we have... I'm not crazy, right? I'm just committing this right now. Like, I'm not going nuts. I just have committed this deduction, right? There's so much going on in this scenario. I'm trying to figure out who I am in addition to playing the scenario. It's a wild time. Like, who am I really? Anyway, I think we have 6-7 to the game's 3. We take a horror. But we do get to grab 2 clues, assuming I actually played that deduction. Well, this is pretty easy. We're going to grab this man. And we're going to attack him. We have 6-3. We'll go 7-3 to beat them -4. Yes, you are correct. Oh, thank God. All right, this guy will take 2 damage. Repeat the process. Ooh, that's not good. All right, enemy phase. So these guys move in here, and they all beat the shit out of this guy. So he takes 1, 2, 3 damage. Absolutely wild. All right, then this guy attacks us, but we're going to fight with the survival knife. So we are at 5, 6, 7 to 3. Sweet. He is dead. NPCs learned how to use gang up. It's true. They're learning. Okay. Doom goes on this. And then I'm going to spend 4 of my clues to not draw encounter cards this turn. After doing upkeep, of course. After doing upkeep, of course. And we draw these instead. Curtis Watley. That's not good. When somebody defeated, spend 1 Relic of Ages. Instead, remove all damage to this enemy and move the location furthest from all Investigator. Shuffle the encounter disc or pile to the encounter deck. Each player shuffles their hand to discard a pile into their deck and draws 5 cards. He goes back in time. Alright, so this is probably not good. We're going to remove from the game and spawn the set-aside Dunwich Legacy at its location. That's probably not good. Joe's kind of stuck in this location, just so everybody knows. So, Joe, you're just going to investigate this turn, but brother. That's what you got going on. Okay, Daisy, I got bad news for you. And that's, hey, look at these books. Go, die! Sorry, Daisy, I gotta kill you. I gotta kill you. We're then gonna duke into this location, the ossuary. There are 2 clues here. All right, so we have 4 from Duke, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 4 here. Nice. When you would discover a clue at your location, if you have no clues, discover an additional clue at your location. Then we're going to hippity hop back into this location. Joe, 5 to 1. 5 to 1. Sweet. And then we're going to gain a resource. Actually, we can draw a card because our thing is not that. Well, that's good. That's good. Okay. So the Mortal Kombat continues. So this guy, he takes 3 damage again. And then all of these MFers take 2. This is the fight of the century. This German man is dead. What the fuck? All right. And then this guy dies. So we move him from the game. So he doesn't become a body. And then we get the Sunside Dunwich Legacy. Okay, Joe just lives here. Joe just lives here now. Like, there's no way for Joe to get out of this location. Like, maybe next turn he can. Alright. When you would place Doom on this agenda, if there is at least player face down cards attached to the secretary, do not place Doom. Instead, take them and put them in here. Oh, sorry. I have to do 2 random ones? Yep. You're breaking it. There we go. That'll work. Is that a Royal Rumble in the center of the ring? Pretty much. Pretty much. Like, yeah. Anyways, we're going to spend our clues. We're going to spend our clues to draw these instead. Oh, something to do. Oh, my God. All right, what do we got here? Scene of the crime. Perfect. Did I shuffle that? I'm going to assume I did. Oh, I didn't even do upkeep. Okay. This is so weird to me, this scenario. So I need 3 more guys to die. And luckily, 2 of them will. So we need to take out 1 more. There's a lot of scenarios in this campaign I really like. Well, my favorite scenario in any custom campaign by far was in this campaign. This one's a bit weird though. Like, cause now I'm thinking like I'm gonna have to kill one of these people, right? Yeah, the rival thing is very hard to grok. Even now, I'm not even confident I'm doing it correctly. So these 2 effers are going. These guys, she'll die. I mean, I think we have 1, 2. We need 3 more. I mean, I think we can get there. Well, we're going to investigate with Duke. Man, there's even another act after this. Like, I'm just confused how there's still so much more to this. Like, if there's... What other this act could be? Maybe it's just, like, get the F out of here, but still. We need a plan for Joe to get out of here. Alright, but we're investigating. We have 4, 5, 6, 7 to 3. Nice. We succeed by 2. So we're going to heal a horror from the memento. And we get to grab 2 clues, because that's our ability. I'm going to discard a Glimmer of Hope to ready Duke. We're going to investigate with the ice pick. So we are at 4, 5 to 3. Nice. We'll discard this to grab 2 more clues at our location. We're going to play a new ice pick. And then for my last action, I am going to grab two Glimmer of Hopes. Joe! Good job, buddy. All right, so we go to Mortal Kombat. So we can have Rita. No, sorry. So Durer, so the way that it works is they target. Let's look at Rival. I can't even describe how it works. Let's find out. Yeah, okay. All right, so I actually can. So this guy is going to actually get killed by this. All of these guys, massive. Yeah, so this guy's going to actually attack all three of these people here. So we don't even need to worry about it. So they can actually all log their damage on him. So then this guy takes 4 damage here, which is very, very helpful. Because I don't know if you can tell, he's huge. He's big. And then these guys all die. Sorry, Rita. What? Oh, I grabbed the location. I grabbed the location. Okay. We now got to go to upkeep. Hey, I want you. All right, so now if there's at least 2, so we are going to put 2 on this. And we just need one more. One more deceased body. Which I think we actually want to be Armitage. But we'll see, because we're going to spend 4 of our clues here to spawn these guys. The pool. That's cool. I like this design. That's nice and simple. Okay. Scene of the crime. If we get somebody here. So we actually can get this on a test. Because we're going to attach Harvey Walters to it this turn. Because it's 2, when you draw X cards, deal 2X. So if we draw 2, he'll deal 4, and then he's done. He's just so impressed by us drawing cards, he's like... so we're going to investigate our location. I'm going to seal a +1, a 0, and a 0 here. So we're investigating at 3 to 3. We get to draw 2 cards. We drew 2 cards. So we deal 2x damage to this enemy. So we deal 4 damage. He's going to go here, and then we get to advance this. That's not great. Why is there so much text on this card? Why? When the enemy phase ends, if this enemy is ready at the Wall of Skull, exhaust or move random card attached to the Wall of Skulls from the game. Parlay, attach any number of cards in your hand to this enemy. If there are total at least 2 player brain icons attached to this enemy, record your campaign log that you parlayed with Amigo and add this card to the victory display. Alright, that seems like something that we would like to do. That seems like something that we are going to want to do. Wild symbols do not count for brain symbols for this, right, chat? I'm pretty sure they don't. Or did they change that? Does anyone know what the ruling on that is now? Because that'll really change things. So anyway, we should draw the token for this test. Yeah, we failed. They do? Awesome. That changes everything. Butthead, thank you. Like the S6. Yeah, cool. Nice. I did it once they didn't, and then like they changed it. Am I make-believing that up? All right, well, we have 2 actions left. She's fucking jacked, yo. Oh my god, Kate Winthrop. Later was changed. Alright, good. My memory is right. This is why it's so helpful to play with you guys, because I can be like, Chad, how did this work? Alright, well, we're going to move in with Duke. It's going to cost us 2 of our actions. Yeah, she downed a bottle of acidic ichor, no doubt. Bunch of clues here. And also, chat, I'll go to you guys for this one. Does this make sense? When I draw an encounter card, I can spend 2 clues. Instead of drawing an encounter card, I draw the top card of the academic stack. Because I don't. Would you guys be, that is an accurate reading? Because that is how, as much as I want to just spend 2 clues to not draw an encounter card, that's the correct reading of that, right? We have 4, 6, 7 to 2. Joe is going to move in here. He's going to move out of there. Get absolutely bodied. He's going to take 1, 2, and then 1, 2. It's actually not that bad. Can you show it again? Sure. Because I know the first part is a cost. But does it change the game state? Because I spent 2 clues, so I at least did something? No, my academics deck is empty. It do be empty, though. I think you can get away with it. I do see the logic behind it. Since it doesn't check. Okay, cool. All right. Let's do it. Let's exploit the system and have Joe not draw cards, because Ashcan can handle it. Joe's last action is going to be... I'm going to play the scientific theory. I'm going to get a resource. All right. Enemy phase. So this guy takes 2. He's dead. She is going to prevent all of the damage, but she's going to deal 2 damage back. This lady's going to kill the... By the way, let's just talk about how Henry Armitage was killed by... It should say if there are remaining cards in the Academics deck. Cool. I dig it. This guy's going to patrol towards the Wall of Skulls. And then I think we're good. We can go to upkeep. First off, how dare you? Okay. All right, we will put 2 of the 3 guys into here. All right, and then we're going to go do Mythos phase. We're going to have him, Ashcan's still going to draw his card. Cool. So he is testing 8 to 3. Are you an abomination? You should be, with how freaking yoked you are. Ooh, okay. So we will take 3 horror, or we can discard a card from our hand. And then we'll spend 2 clues to have Joe not draw a card. All right, well, we're going to get rid of this, and then I'm going to spend a resource to draw these back. Joe is going to get rid of this. Then we're going to parlay with this guy, and I'm going to give him the Eye of Truth. Parlayed with the Migo. Then we add this guy to the victory display. He's like, oh, thanks for the Eye of Truth, brother. Then I think we move here for our last action. I think we're going to try to resign next turn. I can't think of anything else I want to do here. Yep. All right. Let us do a first watch. Okay, we'll give this to you. And this can gain Surge. Sure. All right, Ashcan's going to move in here. Ashcan's going to resign. And Joe is going to resign. Well, I guess I should see what this is. Sure, we're going to resign. Okay. If no resolution was reached, each investigator resigned or was defeated. It is time. Record in your campaign log that you did as much as you could bear. Could bear. We get the victory X. Absolutely killed it. Absolutely killed it. We attach them here. In your campaign log, record X components were added to the machine where X is the number of face-down cards. Were added to machine. William Dyer and William Moore are deceased. Dyer and Moore. Oh, if any weakness enemies are deceased. Each other story asset attached to the Wall of Skulls should be listed in the campaign under deceased. That's that. We're on to the final scenario. I just want to see who died. Ezra, Wingate Peasley, Amanda Sharp, rest in peace. William Moore, of course, Dyer, the German soldier, this guy, Daisy, him, Rita. I'm sorry, Tasty Toast, you're not here, but I'm sorry. Awesome. Okay. Well, that's the end of this scenario. Huge thank you to all of our patrons for supporting the channel. We'll be back next week on YouTube to finish this campaign. And on Twitch, we're going to finish it right now. Let's go. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.